So you're interested in the NES 30 gaming controller. You want to know what this thing can do and what comes in the box. Well, this happens to be a what this thing can do and what's in the box kind of video. The NES 30 gaming controller by 8BitDo is compatible with the Retron 5. It's compatible with your iOS or Android phone. It's compatible with your PC provided you have a Bluetooth receiver in your PC. If not, you can get a dongle and it will work just fine. You want to know how to get this thing set up with your Retron 5? Towards the end of the video, I give you a little tutorial. You can go ahead and skip to that if that is what you are here for. For everybody else, let's get into this unboxing. Here we are yet again with another unboxing. This time we're unboxing the NES 30, the game controller, which looks an awful lot like the old Nintendo controllers. And yes, quite similar. Obviously, we've got two more buttons on here and they're kind of placed differently. But I grew up with these guys right here. And while the Retron 5 definitely has some cool features about it, one of the least cool features is this hunk of junk, which a lot of people have problems with these. It's okay. It's not a bad controller, I suppose. Calling it a hunk of junk might be a little unfair, and I apologize. But sometimes this thing just isn't up to par. I don't like this. I really hate this, as a matter of fact. I don't want to play Mario with a joystick. I just don't. Not a fan of that idea. So I decided to pick up two of these, one for me and one for my good buddy Evan, so we can comfortably play games on Replay Arcade. If you enjoy retro games and you haven't visited my channel before, please give Replay Arcade a shot. We would appreciate it. Now, you could use this with a Bluetooth compatible device. iOS, meaning your iPhones and whatnot, Android, Mac OS, and Windows. Now, as long as you have a Bluetooth connection in any of your... most phones will have a Bluetooth connection, of course. Some PCs have Bluetooth and some Macs have Bluetooth. But if you don't have that, you just get yourself a Bluetooth dongle, and these will work just fine with it. Now, you can see I bought two of them. I will unbox both of them. Pretty cool packaging. Looks like the old Nintendo. And I'm excited to see what's inside of here. This is made by a company called 8BitDo. 8BitDo! And you can check them out at www.8bitdo.com. Alright, I'm done doing that. Alright, so we're just gonna slice this guy open here. And over here. Okay, so before I open this, I should probably read a little bit of this. This is the NES 30th Anniversary Gamepad Edition. Retro design, same touch, same feeling. Dual mode support, Bluetooth, keyboard, and touchscreen simulation. Support both Bluetooth and a USB connection, so you can connect this if you don't have a Bluetooth device, or I'm sorry, a Bluetooth dongle on your PC. You can just connect it via USB. That's super cool. Firmware upgradable for function expansion in the future. Compatible with iOS, Android, Mac OS, and Windows devices. Programmable keys to easily set up combo key and turbo key. Exclusive extender design. I'm not sure what extender is, but you know, it's exclusive to this device. Stand up your touchscreen device and play with ease. Classic cross button with two shoulder button design. So not only does it have the regular retro design here, but there are also two trigger buttons up here. I'm excited. Let's get into this guy. We're going to do this twice. That's how much fun this is. So here we are. Look at this beautiful beast. Very cool packaging. Very cool. Let's go ahead and reach in here and grab this thing out of here. So we've got the controller itself. This is the goods. Alright, so it comes with like this little stand. I'm not sure what the point of the stand is or how this stand works. They call it a stand. I mean, I'm not sure why I would need that, but let's just pop that guy off. Don't really need that. Oh, you know what? This is for your phone. This is for your phone. So you set this down like this, and you put your phone in there. See, it has angles here and angles here. So that's what that's for. Now that's pretty cool. That's actually extremely cool. I'm into that. Very cool. All right, now as for the feeling and everything, that feels legit, guys. That feels legit. That's very cool. Yeah, it's like made exactly the same. This feels like a Nintendo controller. Comparing, it's a little bit heavier. We're talking, they're very, very similar in weight. Very similar. I would say this is just a little bit heavier, but really it's barely noticeable. Yeah, very cool. All right, so this is rechargeable, and yeah, man, that's awesome. That's great. Now, I bought these to work with my Retron 5, and I'm gonna give this a little charge, and we'll see how well it works with that. I know that I've seen people use things like that in the past. Like there's one called the NES 30 Pro. It's kind of bigger. Here's a picture of it. And I know that I've seen people using that. It has lights on it and stuff, and I don't believe this one has oh, it does have lights. It looks like there's a couple of lights right there. Let's read a little bit about some of the stuff we've got on here. Thank you for buying the 8BitDo NES 30 gamepad. It's the best for fighting, shooting, action, and emulator games. The NES 30 gamepad supports many devices and platforms thanks to the multiple modes. It can switch between PC, smartphone, iPad, notebook, Android, iOS, Mac OS X, and Windows are supported, making the NES 30 gamepad ideal for all popular systems and devices to relive the happy memories of the past. Yeah, so basically just some information there on how to get this guy started. And yeah, see, there are lights, blue lights and solid blue lights, green light and a red light. So this thing needs charged up before I can actually do anything with it. And there's a little bit more in here. I'm not sure what's down here, if this is just a space. Oh no, there's stuff in here too. Okay, so we've got our USB cable, and I don't know what that is. That's the end of that box. I like putting things back where I found them. So I'll put that together like that. And that's the other one that I need to open. Am I going to open up both of them? I told you I would. I might as well, right? I might as well. But let's see what's inside of here. Oh, let's just rip stuff. It's okay. It's just a box, right? What do we got in here? Oh, how super cool. FC30. Oh, look at that. How about that, guys? Got a little keychain. Little keychainage. In memory of FC since July 15, 1983. I believe FC would be Famicom. I believe. I don't know. Man. But yeah, pretty cool. I'm extremely excited about using these guys. And we're gonna plug that in here in just a bit. And I'm gonna charge it up for a little bit. Alright, so here's the second one. Exactly the same as the first. I'm not gonna put you through opening all this stuff up again because we did it once. But there you go, guys. Pretty cool stuff. And again, what a cool idea for your phone. I would demonstrate how it works with my phone, but of course I'm using my phone to record this shit. So you'll excuse me for not doing that. You get the idea though, I'm sure. Alright guys, let's get it charged up and see how they work. So I'm going to show you how to set up your firmware to be current, so that way that this thing will work with your Retron 5. Straight out of the box, it will not pair up to your Retron 5, and there are no tutorials on how to do this on the internet. There's just none. I've seen people using the NES 30 Pro, but there's no real tutorial on any of that, like how to get it to set up, and those things are kind of finicky, and I feel that the internet deserves a tutorial on how to get this shit going. I mean, I think a lot of us are going to be buying these for the Retron 5. not all of us, but I'm sure at least one or two of you out there who have stumbled on this video stumbled on it because you were trying to figure out how to get this thing to pair to your goddamn Retron 5. So I guess I'll be the one to do this for you, and I love the fact that I can. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to NES.com, I'm sorry, NES30.com/firmware.html. I'll give you guys a link in the description. And another thing that, if you want to, I'll leave a link in the description for this as well. This just basically talks about the fact that it works. It's a confirmation kind of thing. I think he even tells you kind of like how to do it. I'm not really sure, but he doesn't give you the details that I'm going to give you. So what we're going to do is when you get to the NES30.com firmware site, the very first one that's at the very top anyway, that's the newest one. And that's the one that you're going to click. You're going to click that and you're going to let it download. I've already done that. When you do, it's going to download a zip file. Now, if you look down here, right as of now, it's 5 firmware updates down. Added the Start plus L mode, support Retron 5 console. And then this here gives you a little layout of the buttons and what they do on the Retron. And for example, when you hold down and start on the Retron 5 console, the Retron 5 controller, or any controller that's plugged directly into the Retron 5, that's how you get to your home page, or home key, if you will. On this, it's actually L, R, and A and B, and it'll do the same thing for you. So that's how that works. And what you'll do is, after you get that zip file downloaded, this one here, click that, download the zip file. You'll extract that zip file, and you'll see this come up. Update tools. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be update tools, but whatevs. So you'll double click that, and depending on which one, Mac OS, there's that. I'm using Windows, so I'll click on the Windows, and then we'll double click that, and when we do, it will give us this little guy right here. So what I have to do is, this is off now. I have to turn this guy on, and I have to hold down Start and L and R for 3 seconds, and then I can connect this to the PC. So let's go ahead and do that. So you hold down 1, 2, 3 like that, right? And then we're gonna hold down Start and L and R for 3 seconds. Let off. So both are supposed to blink. There we go. Now you can see that's blinking. We connect this to the PC. Connect it to the PC. And then you click USB update. And I put, this is where that Bluetooth firmware comes in. Where is it? This right here. I just grabbed it and dragged it over to my desktop. That way I could find it easier here. So we're just going to click that. And it says that the new firmware is 2.67. The current is 2.63. I'm going to hit OK. And then this here is a meter. At first it won't look like it's doing anything, but it is. See, there it is. And we're just going to let this guy update for a little bit. So I'm going to fast forward the time here until that's done. Alright, then you have firmware upgraded. And then you heard that disconnect for some reason. I'm not sure why. So we're good to go here. I'm going to click OK. And I'm going to X out of that because I don't need it anymore. I'm going to disconnect. Okay, so I have my Retron 5 on. And when you turn this guy on, this is the first one. So I have my second one over there. You can see it there. And that's one that we're going to pair to this. But I'm going to use this to navigate with. You can see that it is working. Okay. And when you turn this guy on, you have to hold down the L1 button and the Start button. And then you'll get this blue light. But you have to do that after you've paired it. So let's pair this thing. All right. So if I remember right, Y is... Yeah, okay. So Y is the button that selects things. And what we have to do is we have to go all the way down to where it says Manage Retron 5 Controllers. We're going to click on that, and then we're going to hit Pair Controller. So before we do that, I'm going to grab the other controller and get it in my hand first. So here's this one, and it's not on or anything. So I'm going to hold down L, and I'm going to hold down Start. Okay. Actually, I'm going to do that first. So we're going to hold this down and hold this down, and it comes on. Goes into pairing mode, right? Now, I'm going to select Pair Controller, and it's going to search for it. Holding this out here so it gets a good little connection. And pairing successful. That was super easy when I showed it to you guys. I had some trouble with it. So again, make sure that you hold down L1 and Start whenever you're trying to use this with the Retron. Hit OK. I mean, it's working. Same controller and everything. See, this one's working. Over here, grab this one, and it's also working. Now, I noticed some trouble when I was trying to play Super Mario All-Stars. But that's just because you have to remap the buttons. So be aware of that. If you go to play a game and it's not responding the way it's supposed to, you're going to have to go into the settings of your Retron, and you have to manually input those keys that, you know, whatever it is that you want it to do. So other than that, smooth sailing. Should be fairly smooth sailing for you. And there's also, I think you have to push. I'm not sure how it works exactly because they're both on right now. One should be player 1 and one should be player 2. So I think it like automatically fixes that or checks that out. Be sure to read through on the website that I gave you, as well as the firmware website, to see if it tells you anything about how player 2 should be turning on. I don't believe that there's anything different about that. I could be wrong. So don't hold me to that. Just do your research. Try it out first. And if it works just fine, then you're golden, you know. If it works like all you do is just turn on the controller and, you know, there's no problems, then way to go. But there you go, guys. That is the controller review tutorial on how to set it up with your Retron 5, because there isn't one on the internet for some goddamn reason. There is now, though, isn't there? There is now, and that's what Drumblanket does. He's looking out for you guys, for everybody. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Thank you so much for checking out the video. If this is the kind of video that you like to see, and if this is the kind of video that you would like to see more of, guys, I am certain that you're going to love the videos that are on my channel. So please, if you have not, get over there and check that out. Replay Arcade, retro gaming, computer games, unboxings, all kinds of really cool shit. And let's not forget the cosmetic case mods that my subscribers love so much. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.